This video is going to be a little lengthy, giving you a disclaimer right now, because if you're looking for a quick, short video and trying to find the answer like that, this is probably not going to be the video for you. I'm going to go over red light therapy. I'm going to talk about how this works and how this can work for you, not just for ear problems, but just overall wellness problems or wellness concerns or things you want to feel better with or things you want to improve with. This device here, as many of you have seen before, you may even have your own device like this at home. I'm going to talk a lot about this device today, as well as give you some breakdown on how it can help your ears heal, as well as help many portions of the body. See, if you stumbled across my video today, you probably saw some of my other videos talking about red light therapy and the amazing benefits of it. But there's more to it than just healing the ears. In fact, you won't see anywhere online or anywhere on the box or anywhere associated with this machine about healing the ears. But I'm going to explain to you on how it can heal the ears and how it will heal the ears, depending on what situation you're in, of course. Can't guarantee anything, but I can educate on everything. And I'm going to tell you about how this machine works. I'm going to go into detail with it. That's why I said this video is not going to be one of those quick 3 to 5 minute videos where I just go into a bunch of things and then boom, you're off selling away. This is going to be a kind of a longer portion video, just to kind of give you more about not just this machine, but maybe a little bit of experiences that you are going through or possibly will be going through. Because a lot of you are, let's be honest, a lot of you click this video because you're just like at the end. You know, some of you are at the end of your Google search. You're at the end of this. You're kind of at this crossroad of trying to figure out, how do I just feel normal again? I don't even want to feel better than I was before. I want to feel, I'm just aiming for feeling what I used to feel. And, you know, and some of you are just trying to get back to yourself. I just want to say I've been there. I have been there, and I am doing my purpose. My purpose is to educate all of you out there who are in the midst of the same struggle I was in. And my journey is to heal as many people as I possibly can using my own circumstances. So I don't want to ramble too much. I want to get this machine going because I actually didn't do a session yesterday. So this would be good to do it today while I talk about this device and how it can help you. So as you can see, I got the device powered on here. It's set to 15 minutes. It's preset already to 15, and you can adjust that. If you don't have 15 minutes, that's fine. You can adjust the time quickly and easily. But I do have 15 minutes. In fact, that's what I'm shooting for in the length of this video. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about red light therapy while I get this machine set. So there's something called near infrared. So when you think of red light therapy, most of you think of the red light. You think of skin products, beauty products that promote red light therapy. And a lot of those products have benefits, but they heal from the surface of the skin, specifically to help with blemishes, acne, things that are pigmentation issues, skin issues, irritations, things like that. That's more on the surface of the skin layer. So what I'm talking about, and I have to phrase it a certain way, I've been putting infrared in quotations and parentheses because I really want everyone to understand there's a difference between red light therapy and infrared, meaning near infrared light therapy. There's a difference. So when you think of infrared light therapy, we're talking about near infrared wavelengths that penetrate through the skin. So we're talking about our ears in this sense right now. I'm going to go over our ears. Our ears are most likely blocked and problematic because of something called lack of blood flow. When we have lack of blood flow, it's just the precursor to many ailments in the ear, not just in the middle ear and the auditory system, but many issues after that. And I'm going to get into all of that too as well. But I want to talk to you specifically from the standpoint of how near infrared light can heal those problems of the ear, because of the fact that when you turn this machine on, which I have it on, it feels very good on the skin. Again, I'm going to get into that as well. You don't have to worry about that. This is a 300 watt bulb. Of course, if you touch the screen and you put your hand on the screen right now, it's going to burn for sure. And so more importantly, I want to point something out to you, is if you see here on the screen, it's backwards probably for you, but it says infrared, ceramic infrared. That's the indicator that this is possessing infrared energy, energy that we cannot see with the human eye. In fact, it's energy that when you use this machine, you start to actually feel those benefits working for you. So when this machine is plugged in, I can already feel the effects of my skin, my blood flow, the relaxation happening inside the body. So we're talking in terms of wavelengths of about 750 to 1,000 nanometers is what it takes to penetrate to the inside of the body, through the skin, to the nerves, through the tissue, and to the bloodstream. It's about 750 to 1,000 nanometers. However, some of you are purchasing devices probably out there that don't cover that amount of nanometers. Therefore, you're probably getting the benefits of the skin, but you're not getting benefits of the body in the auditory system. You think of the ear, you think of the internal system. It's very deep inside the ear. You need enough energy, hence infrared and nanometers is a measure of how the depth of the energy can travel inside the auditory system to impact and affect positively the flow of the blood, the flow of the nerves, the tissues, the healing of the muscles, ligaments, and how to get the bloodstream going into the area that's ultimately lacked, which is why you have all these issues with clicking sounds, clogging sounds, the whole nine. So you need to think when you purchase a machine, you can't just get any old device because they're going to advertise it. Most devices are advertised under red light, which is, again, not disputing the benefits those possess as well, but for what you're trying to heal with that device, it's not going to be obtainable because the amount of energy that the machine releases can't do the job, essentially. So you want to, the red light, I would say it's about 720. So when you're using the red light without the infrared feature or the infrared energy source, you're using about 620 to 750 nanometers when you're using the red light, which is not enough, in my opinion, to get to the deep core of where you're trying to get it to in order to do the things that you want it to do. And so you want to find a good machine. And again, for those of you out there that have used this device and have come back and told me maybe it's not working, it doesn't work, it doesn't do this, doesn't do that. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is the only one on the market that I will put my name behind. This particular model is the only one as of now that I will put my name behind. And you've heard it here. I am not going to say all the machines walk the same rhythm, the same speed, the same effect, because I haven't used those yet. This is the only machine that I have ultimately used and actually felt and had benefits and results using this particular machine. It's like buying a pair of shoes from the same brand and saying it feels the same as another pair of shoes when another pair of shoes are crafted differently. This machine is crafted differently. So if you buy another pair of shoes that I don't wear, but you're telling me that, hey, my feet hurt, how come yours doesn't hurt? It's you have different pairs of shoes on. So, and again, I'm just stating that it's happened, and I want everyone to know, again, I get a lot of emails and things, which one do you prefer? Or do you think about that? Which is great. I love the questions. I love the feedback. But again, I'm only going to tell you this is the only one, and I do not have an affiliation with this brand. I do not have affiliation with this product type at all. I simply searched this machine out, found that it works, and I'm continuing to use it. And so I want all of you to know out there, if you don't have this one, then you have a different one, and you just have a different one. So we're going to have different results, most likely. And if we don't have different results, then good. You found a machine that works for your particular body and your particular situation. Another thing I wanted to cover about red light therapy is that we're all in different situations. So like when you go in to see the doctor, everybody's blood pressure is different. Everybody's health status is different. Everybody has a certain level of vitamins assimilated. Everybody has a certain level of, health standing. So you can't always gauge where everyone is because everyone is unique in their own sense. And so when you use this device, you have to put into the nature of that you you can't go base your results off of my results or anyone else's results, because everybody's results is going to be different. And it's just really important to know that. So I really want all of you to be aware that when you use this device, keep in mind that the results may vary. It may vary depending on what's going on with your health, your situation, and things like that. But I will tell you right now, I stand true to what I feel and believe and what has happened to me. This device has changed my life in more ways than I couldn't tell you right now. It has, and it continues to. I use it whenever I have the time. I don't want to say every day, but I do use it most days. So pretty much every day. But there's days that I skip, which is sometimes good to not do anything too much anyways. So even when it comes to health, I always practice and say that we're doing things basic. Basic doesn't mean you're underachieving. Basic means you're not complicating, and that you're using very reasonable resources in order to find a very super intense result. What I mean by super intense is that you're not exhausting yourself to get that super result return. So if you're trying to heal from something, you don't need to uh, exude all of this extra energy and all this extra pressure and all this extra effort to get maximum results return back to you. And so I always say get back to the basics, because honestly, when I healed from this condition, it was literally just basic things over a long period of time, not missing a beat or not missing many beats. And so for all of you out there that are struggling mentally, that's a huge beat, but it's something we all need to take carefully. But again, it's not completely thrashing your whole diet away or taking away all of this or all of that. It's literally looking for that one or two things that's a little off and correcting those things accordingly. And then once you correct it, how well can you maintain good standing to keep it that way long enough so that it sticks? So that's really the goal here, is that a lot of you have probably are good at identifying what you did and what you didn't do right. But in terms of the long run is the issue. Like some people can lose weight. I'm just giving you, all of you an example. Some people can lose weight, but then they don't know how to keep it off very long. So, the challenge, the high of losing it has diminished, and now they're back to their same ways. And so it ultimately comes back. So when it comes to healing, it's similar. Do a bunch of basic good things that you've probably stopped or skipped doing, and continue to do those things over a long course of time, and you'll start seeing results when you do it that way. And I have been a testament to that. I'm not any smarter than any of you out there. In fact, I'm probably not the smartest at all when it comes to knowing everything there is about how to do everything, especially when I'm in the situation of trying to struggle with whatever it is I'm dealing with. I made a lot of silly mistakes in the middle of my journey of healing, but I also learned from those mistakes and was able to correct them. But most importantly, what makes me different from others is that I don't get too bent out of shape when something doesn't work right away. I continue to pack my bags and continue to look for what does work. And I think some of you are getting put into a crutch, because when something that you like, for example, this machine, you purchase this machine with high hopes that it's going to heal you like that, and then when it doesn't, you fall down 9 or 6 steps, between 6 to 9 steps downward, going down again, back down into the basement of your health. And then now you got to climb back up again to get up above water. And that's what makes your healing so long, because the mental health starts to take hits and all kinds of other things go on after that. I think the biggest goal, the biggest factor for all of you out there right now is a couple key things to take out of this. Do basic things. What I mean by basic is the things that you learned or you should have learned in the smallest of age, like your parents told you or someone told you. Eat your vegetables, get good sleep, hydrate, stretch, low stress life. Pretty basic, right? But yet I can guarantee a lot of you out there probably do 1 or 2 of those. So once you get those down, then you do it and maintain that same attribute over a long period of time. The duration of that lymph is unknown, unfortunately, but you know when you've reached it because your body will tell you you've reached it and your mood will tell you you reached that duration. Okay, and then the third to cap it off is once you experiment with the long duration portion and you realize that, okay, I need to do it this amount of time, when you have a setback, stop going so far back that now your recovery time is actually you coming back to where you left off rather than you moving the needle further ahead, if that all makes sense to all of you. So instead of gaining more steps, you lost 12. Now you're recovering those 12 steps that you lost to only be maybe, if any, steps ahead. You're not far ahead from where you left off. So it feels like it's taking forever because you keep walking backwards. So if you go anywhere, you're driving to a store and you circle around every time you go around the block and then drive a little bit down the street, you need to go down and then circle around again and then go down the street again. It's going to take forever. But if you just keep going straight, you wind up at your destination, and that destination is the healing that you're all looking for. So I really want all of you to know this, and I promised that I would talk the length of this red light, which is about to cut off in a minute. I promised all of you that you're no different than I am. And it's just a matter of persevering. I just made a word up. Persevering and preserving your mood enough to keep going, preserving your positivity enough to keep flowing and keep going through whatever it is you're going, whatever challenges you're facing right now, to keep going through those. So I hope this video was very helpful for you. If it was, please take time to subscribe to the channel. I try to bring content as often as possible. But in the meantime, I'm going to step out of the Jaye in the studio and leave you in good hands with this video. Like anything else, folks, we're here to simply go back to the basics. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.